AM2, and we're going to find out whether or not that is the case as we get ourselves underway. Rare Atom starting on the T side. I'd say that's not as much as an issue starting on the T side of Overpass. Inferno, probably the most 50-50 map in the pool alongside Dust 2, so neither here nor there. Let's see how things play out. Information found for Tricky as he makes his way in towards apartments, and there's also going to be a bit of aggression in towards the banana area from Formel.
Yep. What's interesting for Rare Atom is that they are already out of utility. So no more pieces to grab from the belt to take the B-bomb site. So no CT smoke available to them. And it's interestingly, it's the same for Formal. They haven't even gone for a defuse kit in this pistol round, so they're going to continue to play aggressive with the Kevlar. Vent has just picked up his utility, so I guess it was just dropped on the floor toward the back of T-steps. Makes sense. I got baited by
that as well, Trav.
I mean,
it's like, wait.
I don't know why he'd drop it, to be honest, but there we are. That's life.
I guess it's in case he died, he would only drop one piece if he died. Right.
Yeah,
and he wants to make sure that they would have both of them. Anyway, Execute coming through and towards the B-bomb side. Flash over the top, smoking towards CT. Kills going both ways right now, but there's still numbers here for Formal on this B-bomb side. And actually, it seems like Rare Atom are going to be pulling up the handbrake and shifting themselves back towards this A side. Powery tries to clear out middle, but he has his head cleared of his brain. Kaze inflicts the same pain onto Tricky as well. And that is Rare Atom just decimating the side of Formal here in the pistol round, or Kaze in particular.
Ridiculously fast from Kaze. 2 insta-headshots, and Mercury's even got an elevated angle on the barrel to stop him from being insta-headshot. 4 HP to spare, he gets his kill. And Jamyoung with the P250 finishes it off just like that. Bish bash bosh, Rare Atom, take the pistol.
Statement made, and I love how much Rare Atom actually, how much attention to detail they paid there, right? They get that 1 kill on the B-bomb sites, and they have the information that there's still 2 other players on the bomb site itself. Not only that, but Kaze towards the top of middle probably heard some rotations coming off the A sites, and so they just decide to pivot back. And yeah, Kaze getting those 2 kills really just secured the round for the team. A couple other nice shots coming through. And it means Rare Atom are the first team on the board. Going to be a force back in response here from Formal. Lots of upgraded pistols, and I really appreciate how many smokes they've invested into this force buy as well, Trav. I just think that allows them to buy a lot of time here in this force buy round and try and get the round as deep as it possibly can go. Maybe sow a bit of chaos into the round with 20 or 30 seconds left on the clock and let those Deagles thrive.
Indeed. 5, of course. Deagles across the board. For Formal, the full deco. Brents going to try and team up with his mate on B. Now, right now they're not really playing anyone on the B site itself, just 2 towards CT. And as they hear the utility coming toward A, they're going to commit to the A bomb site in the end. Mercury, Mac 10. Obviously, the man to go first. Checking the edge of these smokes, worried about someone playing around the edge of it, of course. Very possible in these sort of rounds. Resmoke toward library as well, keeps Brenz at bay. And now we can find a way to jump into the site. Tricky's looked through that smoke and will take down Earthbend. It's not the biggest loss though, because they've still got control of the site. Nozier gets another headshot to boot as well. And look at the damage done to Tricky and Pulse. The round is going to be over. Pulse gets dinked down to 7 before finishing off with the USP. And that was a good, clean take in the end, considering the situation.
Trav, I am so impressed at how well Rare Atom are actually able to navigate situations where there's a lot of chaos going on. You think about a couple of those rounds on Overpass, and this was another indication of it as well. There was so many of the Formal players around that A bomb site, and the comms must have been quite chaotic and quite crazy on the side of Rare Atom, trying to feed all the information through to the team as to where the players are being spotted, but they're still able to navigate their way through those situations. Very impressive coming through from the Chinese team.
They've been so good at those situations. Just a mixture of experience and young talent on this team is what has propelled them into the world's top 30 basically instantaneously since their victory in their region for ESL Challenger League. That's a nice shot from Parry though, just ahead of Advent. Already gun dropped. Or trying to try and keep Tricky at bay, but he's only got the USP. Lots more things being taken. Kaze gets spooked by his teammate as well.
Yeah. A bit fidgety there. Again, Formal have got all 5 players on the direct side of the map. Obviously, this is an eco round, but again, Rare Atom are still able to just maintain their composure. Jamyoung gets himself another. Hull's desperately trying to catch him off guard, but that's not gonna happen. Jamyoung, he's on a tear right now.
I can't believe he got that last one as well. Bet he felt like he had that And him dead to rights. To be. One bullet needed to take down Tricky as well. Jamyoung's going to have 6. He tries to chase him down as he reloads, but that's never going to work. 4 kills for Jamyoung, 6-0. Mercury 5-0 to start. Kaze 3-0. It's the perfect beginning to Inferno.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Not only have they just been able to, win these rounds, I mean, these haven't actually been easy rounds. Formel have been making great calls on their rotations, great calls on their stacks, but they haven't been able to win them anyway. And that's going to be a little bit frustrating for Formel, right? Constantly having all your players on the correct side of the map, still not being able to, really inflict much damage at all. Going to go into the first gun round here. But things are looking great here for Rare Atom. And Trav, you spoke about how good Rare Atom have been in the Asian Pacific region. Obviously, they won the ESL Challenger League season 40, where they were supposed to go to the ESL Pro League season 16 conference, but they had the visa issues, so Tyloo went in their spot. They then went and won the ESL Challenger League season 41, and they've again now qualified for the ESL Pro League season 17 conference. So hopefully there won't be any visa issues in getting them across there.
They'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, considering they've already been to Valencia, so it's going to be good. They should be good. I really want to see more of them.
It's just more about them getting them to deserve that. They deserve to have that opportunity, absolutely. And that's why I desperately want to see them competing at the higher level in the European region, on LAN as well, as you say.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, Valencia was literally their first LAN for some of these players, and they performed really admirably. So, yeah. Good stuff. Pause is due to an issue with one of the Formel players. I'd imagine it would be Powery, considering he hasn't brought up yet. So hopefully we'll get that sorted out and get back underway very soon. But yeah, I mean, I even remember, right? I think it's probably Katowice 2019 when Vici got their stickers and Kaze appeared at the major. That was when I first but when he first sort of turned up to the big audience, right? There was some pretty decent results for that team. Got themselves their stickers, their legacy in the game.
Yeah, I'm really glad that he's gotten himself into, a top flight team from the region. I mean, Vici was good, but it was kind of like, you kind of expect them to get some upsets here and there and have a couple good maps, but it was never like anything super consistent or reliable. And now this Rare Atom team, it feels like they've got such a great balance between experience, youth, firepower, leadership. So I feel like this is the recipe, man. I feel like this is the team that can really take the European scene by storm. And Kaze deserves it.
Yeah, he does indeed. Don't worry, there aren't 2 Kazes. We'll get that HUD sorted out for you in a second. There we go, it's reset just as I say it, as Parry rejoins the server. And it would be nice to have 2 Kazes, I'm sure, if you're Rare Atom, but...
yeah, not if you're Formal.
Not if you're Formal, exactly. Thanks to all the comments in chat, by the way. Appreciate the comments on the cast. I've had a little bit of a cold recently, but I'm feeling a lot better. And, of course, always enjoy a good cast with my man Hayes, !caster. If it doesn't work, I'll type it myself. KW. Rare Atom 3-0. Easy start for them.
Yeah, it is looking good. First full gun round underway. Not much util left remaining here for Formal, but at least they've got some positional control to work with. Deep banana control's been taken, and Pole's actually timed his peak out to perfection. Oh man, Crowley's going to get in on the act as well. This is going perfectly right now for Formal. Oh, and Jamyoung going to be able to get a kill, but that's all it is. Not only out of him, but out of the team. I love that coming through from Formal, showing Rare Atom that they are willing to take the fights here on the CT side. They're not just going to sit back and wait.
Yeah, that was really well played. Just changing up the pace a little bit there, not letting them take control early on and taking like top mid and letting them get through to those positions on sites where they've already seen a couple of times in this map and in the previous map, where if you let them get to the fringes of the bomb site, they'll hit the 2 entries required every single time. Bit of an erroneous incendiary grenade there by Tricky. Give him a little bit of a view. Unfortunately, he peeks directly into Kaze, and that Tricky versus Kaze fight was very interesting on map 1 on Overpass. Let's see how many times it goes in Tricky's favour on this one. Already a great start for Kaze this time around.
I'm not a fan of what Tricky did there at all.
Yeah,
I never like seeing the CT AWPer take that late fight, walking into the T. You know that the T will always get there first. It's such a risky play to make. At least Crownie's been able to recover the AWP, and he's actually getting aggressive here as well. Times his peak down middle to perfection. So at least he's able to level it back into an even numbers game.
It is an even numbers game indeed, and so far, from the Formel side, as I said earlier, I've been very much impressed with their protocols and their regular setups, right? A lot more than it feels like the Astronauts team were earlier. Seem a lot more drilled.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Are they going to be clearing Brents? Is the question. Maybe a bit of a late check comes through. Advent nearly ends up falling prey to Brents as well. 1-for-1 trade has been the name of the game so far here in this round, and it actually looks like the Rare Atom have done a really good job of pulling the rotations off of this A bomb site. Not only has Crownie fully committed towards B, Power is actually towards Library right now, so you can't actually deny them coming through apartments, but does reposition smartly in towards the bomb site on top of the box right now. Only 8 seconds left remaining. That molly was so well timed, but he's only good for damage. Where's the plant? The plant's going to come through. Crownie's trying to charge forward to deny the plant, but that costs him his life.
Goodness. And this is actually, hilariously, this is also something we've seen from Rare Atom, right? They just cast this clutch first because there are 2 players, 1 HP basically, 1 bullet from dead. Jamyoung is the only player who's healthy, and Pulse has found him. And Advent's stuck on the site with Diorp. I think he's now realising that this is probably impossible as his position's been telegraphed. And he has no kit either, so I think he's probably calling it off. He is just playing for exits now, is Pulse. So yeah, that's something that this Rare Atom team, they're explosive, they can be fast, they can be incredibly scary on the entries. Again, holds for Pulse and does remove him from the round. Well played by Jamyoung, 9-1 for him. Start off this one. But they also really do play with the clock, and they really do run it down. We saw it a couple of times on Overpass, and we've just seen it again here on Inferno. They seem to really love doing it on Inferno, I have to say. There have been some very close calls.
Yeah, I think this is just indicative of the composure that this team has got, Trav. They're able to navigate their way through these very close-cut, chaotic situations, right? Like, they've got the composure, they've got the communication. And, yeah, they really seem to thrive under the pressure. Very impressive. It's going to be an interesting set of weaponry coming into this round for Formel, Trav. You got 3 players that have fully invested. And Pulse and Tricky have saved, so I'm not sure what the game plan is there. You want to shed some light, maybe?
This is more sort of mixed team economy, it feels like. We saw it earlier, and again, we're seeing it. It's just one player wanting to try and make a play. I mean, why not? They've got the M4s, they're always very dangerous, and that's a really great way to get the opening pick there from Brenz. Mosier goes down as he picks on top of the edge of the panel. Next to the old car position, and Pulse is continuing to go aggressive, continuing to be a nuisance with the P250, trying to bait in that rifler. And if Rare Atom were to go toward B right now, they would be walking into the stack.
Yeah, and it's actually a nice stack here from Formal just because of Powery's position. He's getting so much information for the team right now after having pushed through apartments. Got a really fiendish angle here watching middle. I don't think this is going to get cleared. Not as deep as he is right now. There we go. The lineup comes through. Able to get 2 and 3. Maybe even completes the sequence. Kaze going to bypass him, and he should know that there's nobody on the A bomb site based off of his position. So a plant at the bare minimum should be afforded, but they're just going to rush him down. Tricky's just going straight through with P250. He didn't even need to buy in the round. All he needed was that pistol, and it's going to be Tricky to complete the defuse. And yeah, what a massive round coming through there from Powery. Love the initiative that he takes on that push to get the information.
Yeah, that was really well played from the Formal boys, giving Rare Atom no chance at all on that one. And that position from Parry, as you say, is so good. Basically gives them, when they know that they're stuck in banana, all the information. And even if he took 1 and fell back, it would have been enough. But stuck around for 3. It basically secured the round. As you say, it did give Kaze the idea that the plant would be free, but no way to pull out his gun in time in such a close range position. Tricky will be successful with his incendiary this time. As Kaze ducks in Mexico. Do you call that underpass or Mexico? What do you actually call that?
I go with underpass.
Okay.
It's like, I know Mexico is very common, but
I say underpass usually as well, to be fair.
It
I've heard it called so many different things. It's weird. such
You
a
know, the
common
one that
position.
always gets me is, you know, next to the plant position on coffins, that like area, you know, just below the ledge on Brenz's right here. In
Yeah.
South Africa, we call that braai, which is like a
Call it what?
barbecue,
Sorry, say that
basically.
again.
Braai,
Braai.
Braai.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, which is like a barbecue. It's like an open fire, you know, on a grill
It used to
type
be
of
the
thing.
great, right?
Cook your meat.
So,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. That's exactly why we would call it braai. But that's called what, like pools internationally? Is that?
I think a lot of people call that bit underneath the coffin, as you say, like in the cubby where you see a lot of afterplants. I usually call it pool, and I hear a lot of players call that pool. I also hear the little sandbags.
Look at Jonas. He's showing us.
Yeah, this is pool.
Jonas,
This
you
is
are
definitely
a
pool.
legend.
But yeah,
It is,
there's
right,
also a little
okay,
spot
yeah.
as well toward the top of Banana, like next to sandbags, which I've heard like an old teammate of mine also called Paul, and say, "Can you molly Paul?" And I'm like, "I can't throw molly Paul from here. What do you want from me?"
Mate, the guy needs to learn his utility. Jam Young, well, he's going to be able to find the opening kill. I think that Rare Atom are still committing into this B bomb side off a burst. A bit of a variation with the utility as well. Tricky's being pursued. He's able to get the kill. Should get traded and does. Now it's only Pulse left in the bomb
10.
site. They should know he's here though, Trav, because he threw the flashbang. He got the flash assist. Doesn't look like they've applied the correct attention to detail. Kaze is behind, is sticking out the smoke. And so he will fall round over, and it goes the way of the majority German team.
Yeah, they've been bit in the arse for that one, I'm afraid. Finally, a low run down of the clock will come back to haunt them. Good stuff from Formel, and as you say, Pulse. It did look like they were looking for that final player, right? But at the end of the day, if that player that was trying to support Kaze, actually forget who it was, if the player trying to support Kaze, if he doesn't stay alive and get that frag, it's round over. Kaze, all he can do is fly and smoke. So it was a good clean-up in the end. And now all they have in this round, unfortunately, is that AK that had to be saved by Jam Young. So Formel, again, looking relatively decent.
Yeah, giving themselves a fighting chance here on the CT side right now, and this is a fantastic opportunity to level the scores up at 4-4. Are they just going to phase straight through that banana smoke? Yeah, Pulse goes straight through, able to get the one onto Mozia. Needs to be careful though, Jam Young's AK in play, going to be able to get the double kill on the spray down, and with that, the door has been blown wide open on the round here. Formal, costing themselves dearly. No smoke for the cross though, so Tricky with his AWP is going to be in position just in time.
Mercury just needs to leap across here, or run boost. Here we go, run boost across. There he goes. Actually, he goes for that flick, Tricky. If he hit that, that would have been a one to take the house down. But Mercury somehow got the Glock kill, and now it's scary. Tricky does get that one frag, but look where Mercury is now with this Glock. He hasn't even picked up the gun. He's still got the Glock in the full buy round, and he might even catch parry as well. Oh my god, Dazed, eat your heart out. Glocks. He's getting all the kills, and Jam Young finishes it off as well with 3. Another mad round to add to the collection in this series. I told you we'd get them. We've got them.
Yeah, you did. You called it when we were casting the previous series. Formel versus Rare Atom would descend into anarchy, and that's exactly what we've just witnessed. But Trav, the question has to be posed. What are Formal thinking? It's an anti-eco round, for God's sake. Why are you phasing the smoke at the bottom of Banana? Why are you pushing 2-man so early in the round? It's not like Rare Atom were executing onto the A bomb side. That was just a very forced play coming through from the CT side there, and they pay the ultimate price.
Yeah, that was rough. Rough indeed. A rough watch. Another one of those rounds for sure they would have thought to themselves, okay, we can't afford to lose that. But we have. It's a fight that Advent gets exposed on though. That's an unusual situation at this sort of level of CS where you see someone alone in Banana, ready to be caught off guard by a flash and a peek. CZ gets it.
Yeah, especially standing in the middle of Banana the way that he was. I mean, he left himself very vulnerable there. Not sure what the thought process was behind that one. Anyway, works out for Formal. Obviously, they've gone for the full investment here, Trav. And if they lose this round, then this half is in a very rough position for the CT side.
Pulse in Boiler has a mate right next to him to help out with this peak. They're going to be coming up mid. Instant trade. Not going to expect parry here as well, but they will if Jam Young eventually advances, and he does. But it is still a Formal round in their favour at the moment. 3v2. Crownie's frag with the Famas was pretty critical, and he's still playing around that smoke,
my
but
goodness.
Jamyoung still catches him off guard. He can get even more work done because Tricky's missed that shot as well. Gets spooked, throws his smoke in the middle of no man's land. Doesn't matter though. He's going to put a lot of pressure on Tricky, and that's a big miss from Tricky. Kaze can pounce on it, and Jamyoung's living a charmed life in this game. It's round number 9, and he's only died twice. 16-2 for Jamyoung. 6 rounds on the board. Oh boy, 8 KD. Unstoppable.
The rest of Jamyoung's team has... Yeah, he should be dead a number of times in that round. The rest of his team have got 18 kills combined, Trav. 18. He has 16. He is doing such a crazy amount of work right now for Ray Atom. My God. I mean, but again, Formel costing themselves so dearly. Tricky can't afford to miss those shots, Trav. Not at this level. No. Not when there's so much on the line. This is their lower bracket run. This is, to keep themselves alive in the ESL Challenger Melbourne Qualifier. And not hitting shots like that, there's just no way that you're going to be able to win against Ray Atom. I hate putting the mantle on one guy, but we've seen him. I mean, we've also said the positives about him, so it's not like we're just giving him the stick here, but, he has missed a number of fairly rudimentary shots in the series.
Yeah, we need to give Trick the stick, I'm afraid, for those misses. They were very poor indeed. Apparently he does get one with the Deagle, and he could be about to be helped out by Pulse as well. So, 3v2, only the 2 USPs left. They should be okay, and Jamyoung's even got control of A again. He's been just in these positions so often. That's why he's got the majority of his kills, just being in behind enemy lines on so many occasions. Tricky will go aggressive down Banana, but he's going to be too late to cover the cross toward the side.
Free frag for Jamyoung. Oh, never mind. Timing actually there for Pulse, at least initially. It extends his life by about 2 or 3 seconds tops. Oh man, Tricky left. Probably want to save the AK at this point, to be honest. With that round loss bonus, I think he might just be able to afford the glass cannon AWP in the next round. Drop the AK across to a teammate.
Yeah, important save for sure for the AK. Let's get out of there. Yeah,
7-3.
As you said earlier, Hayes, really, this mixed team, I actually kind of know a little bit less about this mixed team than I did the other one that we casted earlier. Because obviously I knew a little bit about Aben and Jury. But this one's a lot more unknown to me. As we said, we know Brenz from Tranquillium, the Latvian team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I did play with Shield, who was an ex-teammate of one of my close friends from the ESCA Advanced days. He was a very good AWPer. And, yeah. With Crownie, of course, Parry, Pulse, these are the guys we've known from Touch the Crown in those occasional matches we've seen at the sort of the tier 3 level in those cups. See them playing around that particular area, and always see them in the German events as well.
I mean, pretty rough draw for Formal, right? Like getting Forza in your opening game and then Rare Atom in your lower bracket game. I think Rare Atom are the best team in the lower bracket right now, so it's pretty rough for Formal that this is who they drew, but such is life. I have to find a way to make it work. Just to throw this at you guys, when these two teams did last play against each other, which was in the open qualifier and Rare Atom won, they won 16-5 on Inferno. That was after a 10-5 half favoring Rare Atom on their T side. They then had a flawless run on their CT side, so it's looking incredibly similar right now.
Yeah, I mean, like for Informal's case, like they've already been here, done that, and lost that. So it's like, what do you even change up? Do you go more aggressive? You try and play more standard defaults to try and be more compact? It's such a hard decision to make because whatever you do, it probably won't work. But what do you choose to change it up? It's such a tough call on a map like Inferno as well. 1 for 1 early round on this one, on round 11.
I feel like with Formal, it's either been like all or nothing in terms of the aggression. There hasn't really been a middle ground, and I think they just need to reel it in a little bit, like what we're seeing here from Pulse, spraying through the smoke, getting the pick in Banana. Now he's not continuing to commit. Maybe this is a little bit of a forward position that he's left himself in now, leaves him vulnerable. I don't think it's necessary to be in that particular off angle, phasing the smoke the way that he does. At least the rotations come through from Tricky, and Crownie will get the kill to secure the man advantage here, but he's been traded out as well. Oh, okay. Tricky's so lucky that it's Jamyoung who's super low as he pulls out the USP. 1v2 clutch for Kaze. Oh, he's able to get that off just in time, and he comes around the corner. I think Powery spotted him though, Trav. Yeah, they've got the info. They know he's towards the back coffins.
What's the timing going to be like for Kaze? Does he swing back to the side in time? Tap on the bomb comes in. First goal toward Fountain. Just overflicks slightly. I was feeling it, but not to be. And Formel get a very important 4th round. Jamyoung finally dies for a 3rd time. I feel like he's been on 2 deaths for at least the last 5 rounds. Absolutely insane run from him. But yeah, it's an important 4th for sure. That gives them at least an 11-4. And as you say, 10-5 last time. If they can get any improvement on that, they have to consider it a success.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think would happened between Formal if they had managed to draw Astronauts instead? Would you back Formal over Astronauts?
Oh yeah, at this point I would. I think I would.
Yeah, me too.
I know they were playing a very good team.
Two mixed teams in the closed qualifier, right? So
yeah, I know. Like I know Astronauts were
them.
playing a very good team in Entropic, but I didn't see anything from the likes of Juki that I could really, and Denim, right, that I could really write home about. Denim had one good round on Dust too, but yeah, they both really struggled in that one. As I said, though, I know it's Entropic. It's one of the best teams at this sort of level, so
would have been an interesting game either way. Let's see how this round is going to unfold. The 12th in the first half. Remember, guys, Rare Atom are ahead 1-0 in the series right now after having won on Overpass 16-11. That was Formal's pick.
Yep.
No cash in the bank here, though, for the T side, nor the CT side, Trav. So an economic reset looms for whoever loses this round. Looks like you're going to see an Apps burst coming through.
Parry gets 1, make that 2. Second shot. I think the spot. I'm surprised he hasn't got that kill, but in the end he's helped out by Crownie. And remarkably, it might even be a clean round. Kaze does stop that from being a possibility, but Crownie gets the last very nicely. And that's 5. Starting to stay alive in this a little bit better than they were before. There's some breath still emitting from the bodies of the Formal players. Only 2 round the gap, and the money for Rare Atom is in the bin.
Yeah, it is. Only Kaze with a bit of residual cash. He's going to drop an AK across surely to Jamyoung, right? Okay. I guess Advent's the guy who has a little bit of extra cash to be able to afford armor. Is by far and wide the weakest player on the team. So, you know, less than ideal in that regard. Let's see if he can put the AK to good use, though.
Yeah, I mean,
let's
why not?
Update everybody, Trav. Now that we do have an eco, and it should be a fairly regular occasion for Formal, right? Should be able to get across the line here. So Entropic and Heat are playing in the upper bracket. Heat dropped the first map to Entropic, and Entropic are leading the second 2-0. Obviously, still early days there. 16-10. Entropic won on Nuke, which was Heat's map pick. Forza against Sprout. It's currently Sprout who are ahead in the series 1-0, but it's Forza who lead the second map 10-5. And then NASA, who are known as Astronauts as well, they're playing against K3, Trav, and Astronauts won the first map 16-14. So
good for them.
Maybe a bit of an upset there.
Good for them. That's at least something to write home about in this one. K23, of course, are a very good team. Playing with a new player, of course, in Problem. Stand in. After all the changes that K23 have gone through recently with letting players go to outsiders. But still, a very good result. Now Bren's on the B site. Needs to be careful. He gets, again, insta-traded by Jamyoung. His trade is so ridiculously good. He might get caught up on a trade from Crownie. So much damage done, dude. But Jamyoung does it again. Escapes the bullets and gets the headshot. Mercury's jump spotting the half wall on Banana. Spots Parry coming up to fight him. Look at the health for all the Rare Atom players. It should still be a clean-up for Formal, but the AWP on the retake. Tricky might have to go to the USP, and with Jamyoung still alive, playing double dark at the moment. Oh no. Incendiary. Double peek at the right time, though, but in the end, it works out for Formal. Oh my goodness, that could have gone either way. If that Incendiary wasn't in play, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, you could see Rare Atom they died inside once they heard that molly coming through towards Dark. They both realized they had to immediately swing. So much damage done there by the Chinese team in their eco round, but unfortunately, they fall ever so short. As you mentioned, very low HP meant that retake was always on the cards for Formal, and they do just get across the line. But dude, Jamyoung, this guy's insane. He's so much fun to watch as well, right? Like, It's not like he's just getting vanilla kills and baiting his teammates. teammates and racking up the frags and the anti-ecos. Like, he's so sick. He's so dynamic. He's very exhilarating to watch. And he's probably my new spirit animal, man. Like, this guy's legit.
No, honestly, you'd be on board with all of the opinions from Valencia, honestly. That he really sort of stepped up to the plate in that event and showed what he can do on LAN. And now, back online again, he's still on form. He's certainly being closely watched by many people in the scene now. Fantastic performances. Mercury, Kaze, what a trio. And Mosier even had a great previous map as well. The young 17-year-old, so many factors of this team that are interesting to follow. And as they come toward B, Tricky and Brenz are under pressure. There are 3 players here to defend though, and lots of damage has been done through those smokes. We know that Jam Young doesn't matter if he's low, he'll hit the headshot anyway. Brenz does take the frag before he smokes that Molotov. And Jam Young does get one more kill for his troubles, but there are the frags coming through for Formal. He could be about to even up this game. Brenz is still hiding the smoke, and actually he's finished off by Kaze. But that's a really nice flick up from Tricky. That could be one that could be easily missed, considering his misses early on in the game. And now Kaze is left stuck on New Box with no way to plant the bomb. How can he get out of this?
Yeah, time's not on his side either. At least he's gonna actually fake the plant just to try and bait out the peak, but Tricky, so patient.
Smart.
Just holds his nerve, holds the angle, and the scores are level. You could see that Rare Atom attempted that variation execute on the B bomb site where they don't smoke off CT. They just flash the AWP off the angle and try to force it back. But this time they didn't actually pursue him. The problem was that there was no util that came towards the back of Coffins. So once Tricky rotated back through Church, he was able to have free reign, and he took a lot of the pressure off of Brent as well, who was towards family, you know, making sure that they couldn't actually cross to get that kill on Brent. So
yeah,
a nice little interplay there between the 2 B players.
What's family? What's that called out?
Family?
Yeah.
It's like quad at the back of the B bomb side.
Oh, okay.
No,
That's not what I haven't heard it called that before. Is that a South African call out or?
no, that's a common one, mate.
Is
That's
it?
a.
I don't think I've
yeah,
ever heard it
absolutely,
called
right?
family before. Not in my entire life. After like 7,000 hours, I'll be honest with you.
Do you what do you call it? Like with your call for it evades me.
Okay, so we're talking about quad, right? On B.
Well, I mean, it's like not dark corner. It's the opposite.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. I
Where
mean,
Brent's was, right? Yeah, right here, Jonas.
Right
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, I mean, I just
you
call that quad, really, to be honest.
So then, what do you call the roof, like on the right side of boiler? Isn't that quad? Kind of 2 quads on the map.
There's a lot of quads in Counter-Strike, to be fair.
All right. Well, listen. This is how we identify these things. We have conversations about them.
True.
So,
I'll be honest, I
there we
just
go.
have not heard it called family before, and that's caught me off guard a bit. But I respect it.
I mean,
highly.
you listen. It's easy to say you do watch more Counter-Strike than I do. So if there's somebody's opinion, I'm going to go with. It's going to be yours.
I mean, to be fair, I'd rather hear a more eclectic opinion to educate myself. So, listen, it's fine. I understand.
Sir, you are just you're just tickling all my fancies here.
All right, hang on. They're going toward B. 25 seconds. They're running down the clock again. Go ahead, Hayes. Take it.
Where has this round gone? Okay, all right. It is. There's still all 10 players left alive, so it's not like we've really missed anything. And
Oh my God,
they're
they're
the big
going A.
problem right
No.
now. They're going cross country.
No.
I don't actually think there's enough time here. Trav, Carly's on the angle. He's needs to get the kill. He has to stay alive at this point. He's going to be calling to Powery that he needs to just try and get at least 1 kill. Where is that C4? He's managed to get across. Kaze's trying to punch in the difference. The kill comes through. And with that, it is going to be enough for Formal to win the round and actually get themselves the lead to take it to the second half, Trav. So they found some fight within towards the latter stages of that half. They've given themselves a decent chance here.
Yeah, remarkable stuff as well. I mean, what did you say last time? It was 10-5 and then Rare Atom just completely cleaned up CT. Formel have actually given themselves a shot in this one. So really great stuff from them. And some wild rounds, just like I said they would be in this one so far. Really good stuff. And we're going to go to a break. When we're back, let's see if Formal can keep it up.
Give me some clarity. First time that we met not long ago. Before you had to get back on the road. We spend every second of the day together. I remember when we talked till 3 a.m. Driving around in town in your old van. Tell stories about who we used to be. I still feel your touch, though you're not here. Since you've been gone, you're all I see. Still hear your voice, why don't we speak? I'm running circles. Since you're in my life, I can get no sleep. If you give me a sign, I'll be yours to keep. Just wanna say you're mine and make history. 'Cause I've been playing blind, wasting all this time, yeah, I need clarity. Give me some clarity. Yeah, I need clarity. Waiting for your call all night and day. Where did we go wrong? Don't wanna wait until you're just a distant memory. I still feel your touch, though you're not here. Since you've been gone, you're all I see. Still hear your voice, why don't we speak? I'm running circles. Since you're in my life, I can get no sleep. If you give me a sign, I'll be yours to keep. Just wanna say you're mine and make history. 'Cause I've been playing blind, wasting all this time, yeah, I need clarity. Give me some clarity. Yeah, I need clarity.
My eyes are closed, I'm feeling. I hear the silence speaking, and every nerve vibrating. And in the clouds, I'm reading a silhouette of meaning into my lungs, inhaling. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, 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 out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, 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 out. My eyes are closed, I'm feeling. I hear the silence speaking, and every nerve vibrating. And in the clouds, I'm reading a silhouette of meaning into my lungs, inhaling. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, 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 out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in.
We are back. Second half, potentially the last half, unless Formel have something to say about it. They did have a nice late win there in the first half to give themselves a narrow lead of 8-7, but they still have a lot to show here on this T side if they're going to take this series to Mirage. Trav, do you have any belief? Do you have some hope here?
Well, it's an improvement from the last time they played, right? It was a 16-5 to Rare Atom. It was very comfortable after a 10-5 half. They completely swept CT. So this gives Formel a much better chance, and I have to see if they can take advantage of that. Already they've done some good damage to Jam Young, put the raid boss of the T side down to 22, well, down to 15 HP, sorry, with his 22 kills. Mosier toward long with the USP, of course, just spotting for information and falling back. Kaze, the P2000 man in this team. It's always interesting to see when a player prefers the P2K over anything else. 1 minute to go.
This is
They
looking,
left Formel up mid.
Oh, Mosier gets a really big pick there. This is looking good, though, for Formel, considering how far forward they've actually been able to get in towards the safe bomb site. Mercury going to be dropping a smoke there. Nade does come through from Mosier as well, but they need to find the kills. Yeah, that's Mosier. There we go. Speaking about finding frags, he has certainly come to life here at the start of the second half. He's been quiet so far on Inferno, but announces his presence with the silenced USP. Bombs dropped on the site, but it hasn't been activated, Trav. So between Pulse and Powery, they need to actually try and get themselves onto the site. Oh, and Jam Young's got the flank. Oh my god! He has no health. How's he able to react and hit that shot? I thought Pulse had him dead to rights. It's only Powery left remaining, and they know exactly where he is. You can hear the ticks in chat. I'm sure that's an NS coming through there from Pulse. Or maybe a pause.
Either that or they're saying, I surrender, because that was that was pretty wild. Another fantastic shot from Jam Young, and he's going to get caught in the open. As we see, the big third-person view of him stuck between 4 different angles. Unfortunate stuff. And that's a perfect pistol for Raritan to get that confidence, of course. And they'll stay unbeaten against Formal on the CT side. I wonder how long that will last this time around.
Yeah, good question. Formal going to be hoping to make sure it's not very long, that the sequence doesn't run out of control. Obviously, won't expect too much out of Formal in this round. They've only invested into, well, Desert Eagle, P250, and an HE grenade. So it should be an easy conversion for Rare Atom. In fact, it's more just about keeping numbers alive so they can start to build up their economy on the CT side. Advent's only got 3 kills. I just noticed that now. He had a shocker of a first half. Oh, what the?
And absolutely, Advent does get 3 kills in the end. And probably try and get some more kills built up for anti-eco ace. We just spoke about Advent's kills. Go on, Advent. Oh, he gets put down. He gets put down by his teammate. Oh, you're not allowed to get an ace. You're only the IGL. That's not the way it works.
Oh my god, I can't believe that Mercury TKs, and that's absolutely hilarious. We were just talking about how Advent only had 3 kills. He does more than double his score in a single round. That's is hilarious. Outrageous. Yeah, welcome, Advent. He's going to be feeling a little bit more confident. I'm surprised that he didn't call for any rotations. He decided to hold that mantle for a while. Formal charged straight through that smoke. Anyway, 9-8. Rare Atom. Yeah, they don't lose too much in that round. I suppose 2 players, probably less than ideal, but first full gun round underway. Open play for Kaze. AKs across the board for Formal. Let's see how this one's going to unfold.
Yeah, apologies for a little bit of a gap in there. I have the webcam that's muted. Happens to the best of us. It's a classic error.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you know when you actually click it and it doesn't register and you think you've done it. Yeah, unlucky. That also happens though. Tricky's just going to destroy Mosier as he tries to take control of the bottom of Banana, straight through the smoke. No hesitation. Advent. Spot the information and fall back away again. I think probably Formel will know that Advent is the solo B player. Now he's in trouble. So what can he do in this scenario?
Oh my god, not much. And he completely overplays his hand in that situation as well. Rather forfeit control of the bomb site and go for the retake, but now there's no chance to make the retake happen. They're just going to have to commit to saving these guns. And like you say, it kind of feels like Formal have caught wind that Advent is playing that B bomb site, because they certainly are looking to abuse it right now, going there more often than not. They're going to be able to level up the scoreline here and put some early pressure onto Rare Atom, who probably will just have enough money to invest into the next round. You know, Jam Young will be able to drop an M4 to one of his teammates. But yeah, Formal with a far better display on Inferno this time round than what we saw in the open qualifier against Rare Atom.
Yeah, it's going to get themselves through to a equalising round again here. They're even hunting all the saving players as well. Even though they haven't built up much economy of their own, this is an interesting choice actually from Formel. To really try and put pressure on these 3 saving CTs. They need to worry about their own economy a little bit, and in the end they will survive with 4 alive anyway, so they're okay. No issues. But still, if they all got taken down there, or at least 2 more of them did, that could have been problematic for the future of their economy. You know what's just,
Yeah,
just
I
insane,
thought so as
looking
well.
at Jamyoung's KD, by the way. Just 7 deaths.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
he has been such a strong prospect here for Rare Atom on Inferno so far. They're going to need the likes of Mosier and Advent to come to the party as well. More so Mosier than Advent, of course, because he is widely regarded as one of their stars. Able to get, 4 rifles, one of them with a little bit of an asterisk next to it, with it being the FAMAS. But they have what it takes. Also, to mention, it's the 2 players who are struggling right now on the server that are playing towards the B bomb sites in tandem, right? So
Yeah.
they need to make sure that between the 2 of them, they are able to find some traction.
This is the one thing, actually, now you mention it, this is a significant weakness, I feel like, of Rare Atom on this map. They're very good on this map, but on occasion I have seen some frailties between the duo of Mosier and Advent holding the B-bomb site. Lovely boost towards CT, but they don't get any damage for it. And with Kaze getting taken out in the meantime as well, that puts a lot of pressure on this B play. Advent goes charging in again. He really loves doing that, I have to say. And he does get 1 for 1 from that. And the bomb is dropped in Mosier's vision. But he will get spammed by Bren's. Unlucky. I was about to say, if he can keep that in his vision, they have a chance. And Mercury actually can still see it. But they'll just nab it away. And they should be able to take their 10th round on this one.
Yeah, looking increasingly likely. In fact, it's a done deal, obviously. There's no chance Rare Atom just going to be committing to try and save these guns once again. Good work coming through there to take down Kaze towards the A-bomb sites as well. Just meant that Rare Atom still would have been keeping a few players posted on the side of the map. At least they're able to recover that AWP. But that B-bomb site, it's starting to cost, it's starting to hemorrhage, and it means that Rare Atom are going to have to try and change something, right? Not necessarily a player, but I would say taking deep banana control is probably the response. But Formel, they're going to be anticipating that, right? Like, they're going to be expecting some sort of an adjustment to come through from Rare Atom, so maybe a fast A hit could be the play. Tricky E edging his way forward, takes Mercury down. Jamyoung's going to try and save the AWP, and he will stay alive. But it's still going to be an eco nonetheless here for the CT side.
Yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with the ballsiness of Formal's hunts, even though they haven't necessarily built up so much economy. If this was a different team, of which I will not mention, one that likes to save a lot, I think that wouldn't be the case, and they'd be keeping their economy up very high. But I respect that they're trying to hunt Rare Atom every single time. It means that in this round, they're only left with that AWP, and they almost even took him out as well, as we saw. A lot of aggression with that. Kaze will be dropped it over. Jamyoung's left with just the P250 and the grenade. So,
yeah, no,
this is pretty good.
No surprise that Kaze puts himself over towards the B side of the map with that AWP, considering Formal's tendencies so far throughout the second half. Unfortunately, though, as I said, Formal are making a bit of a read. It's a bit of a change-up. Jamyoung gets a kill there and drops the HE grenade, which lands on top of Brent. So that's 52 damage done. Powery's trying to get ahead as he comes through apartments. He should have been hurt, though, and he's going to fall to Jamyoung's P250 as well. Things starting to fall apart at the seams here for Formal. At least Pole's able to get a kill back to kind of rescue the situation, but look at Mosier. This is such a proactive play. I love this so much right now. There's no world in which Formal are going to be expecting this. And oh my god, it's Jamyoung who's got a third with a mere P250. He doesn't... Okay, he's got armor, but I don't think that's added to his situation.
How?
Jamyoung's about to ace with the goddamn P250. What on earth is going on right now? This was an eco round, but he's found 4 kills. It's only Brent's left remaining, and they know exactly where he is.
Kaze's playing it smart as well. He's trying to be baited out by Brenz, but not to be. Kaze gets the last, and Jamyoung. Who else? Who else? 4 kills with the P250, 28-7. I mean, we saw the fight. We saw the third-person view of the third, and we saw the last as well. The first 2, I'm sure, were absolutely wild. I mean, I can't believe that he's still getting these kills. You can just give him any weapon in the game. You get a 4K with a Bison, probably. This guy's insane.
how intelligent was he with every single one of those fights
Yeah.
that he takes? Firstly, as that smoke is fading towards middle, he gets himself a kill, drops the nade, falls back, repositions around towards quad, gets another kill, continues to just reposition, making an absolute nuisance of himself. What a sick round coming through from Jamyoung. This guy is on fire.
Oh, this that's unbelievable performance again. It's 10-all. It's round 21. And he's died 7 times.
4 kill death ratio. And we're 20
Yep.
rounds deep in the game. So
Nice,
that
nice.
says a lot, man.
Nice 7 times table there, Hayes. Good stuff.
Thanks, Trav. I was impressed with myself. I could figure that one out. What I'm not impressed with is the setup here from Rare Atom. Not even in the slightest. You're playing in an anti-eco. You don't need to go for these types of gambles. Advent is towards CT right now, and he's even further falling even further back. They're completely okay. He's going to fetch util, but they're giving up a lot of ground right now. And with Formal, with all 5 players, they start to cross. Advent gets caught in the open. Formal should get a glance at the bare minimum. Mosier having a bit of a field day right now, able to avoid the
my
flashbang.
goodness.
Okay, he pads his stats with 3. Advent wants to get in on the mix as well, but Mercury's going to rob him. And everybody can breathe a sigh of relief from Rare Atom's perspective.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. And that was a bit unfortunate for Formal, I feel like. Like, as you say, the bomb plant could/should have come in, but the bomb got almost accidentally played with in a sort of pass the parcel tense, you know? First player died, it got dropped immediately over to the second, then the third player picked it up immediately when the second player died, and then he dropped it close to ruin, so there was no way of retrieving it. And no way of getting that plant down, so a bit unfortunate. Another slight mistake on that deep mid.
Yeah.
We've seen 2 of those fail so far today.
I'm still not a fan of the way that Rare Atom set themselves up in their anti-eco. I don't think you need to go for those types of gambles, especially when you don't have banana control. You shouldn't just be posting one player over towards the B site. Rather hedge your bets against the pistols. Just play the standard 3-2 setup. And again, it looks like Advent is going to be left as the sole player over towards this B bomb site. He's been left a bit of extra utility. Damage has been done. Early util raining in. Big round here for Formal. Trav loses. It's going to be 13-10 after the eco. So,
Yeah.
want to keep themselves in contention.
Some of the rounds that Formula have lost in this BO3 have been ridiculous. And Pulse actually guesses. Okay, that's the first death for like free that Jamyoung has basically had in this entire map. Gets spammed through by Pulse. That boost is very
That's
common.
one way to deal with him.
Exactly. You just don't duel him straight up. Just spam him through a wall. That's fine. Through a window. All good. But yeah, been a wild game, as you say. A little bit of a fake toward B as the bomb walks back toward A. 2 players here still to defend. Mercury on the close box. And the AWP of Kaze toward long. Could get caught a little bit off guard considering they could be peeking him in a split second. Good flash timing actually, but Tricky holds the angle beautifully. Now a lot of problems for Mercury. Gets one, looking for a second, can't make it happen. And that should be another equalising round. These teams cannot be separated right now.
Yeah, Formal are fighting tooth and nail, and it's actually a really impressive display of Counter-Strike coming through from Formal when you consider, that this is Rare Atom on their map pick, a team who have been really good so far, in recent times and in the series as well. Formal are giving them a lot of hard work right now to try and get across the line, and in fact, Mirage looms. There's a good chance we could go to a decider here between these two teams. Mosier and Advent going to have to just try and save these guns to take them into the next round. That would allow them to buy. Probably going to be able to afford a buy in the next round regardless, but it certainly would make things a bit easier.
Save with a hunt that's vaguely attempted. Oh, I'll go for the wallbang. You want to? Oh, okay. That is wallbangable. If you hit a headshot with the AWP, I believe you get the kill. So, always fancy an attempt at that.
Yeah, unfortunately not going to be the option on this occasion. Will be another through. Remember, we did see Formal get up to 11-11 on Overpass, and then they faltered. The pressure got to them, and they weren't able to keep up with their prime showing that was on the CT side on that occasion. Can they keep their momentum and their mojo here on Inferno, Trav?
Let's see. How many rounds can Formal put up on their T side? They put up a good face. They have learnt from their previous game. That's 16-5 in the open qualifier. They're playing again. And they're keeping it tight, keeping it close. Rare Atom We're impenetrable on their CT side then. Advent could be about to get caught off again. Yeah, he's been very dangerous on his own toward top banana multiple times, going for that utility. And this time he's been properly caught off guard. I said that the B-bomb site can often be a weakness. We're seeing it in this one. Mosey's trying to play with the smoke, but gets completely blindsided by Breds. I'm not even sure how much Mosey would actually be able to see there.
Yeah, that's round over. No choice but to head for the hills here. And with no cash in the bank, it's going to be difficult to try and subsidize some sort of a buy. Formel about to secure themselves the lead. I mean, I'm just not enjoying the way that Advent is playing that B anchor role right now. He's, you know, as the IGL, you know he's the one that's telling Mosier to keep rotating towards A, but he's just putting himself in such precarious positions, you know, being blinded up, deciding to hang around there, you know, doesn't have the information, not able to spot the players who could potentially have rotated up banana. We will see another couple guns attempted to be saved here, but Formal are going to be throwing everything they have at these individuals, but it's costing them everything. They've lost 3 players in the process, and that will damage their economy.
They really don't mind going for it, do they? Like, this is more aggression on hunting players with relatively low economy than I think I've ever seen by any other team. I guess it is, isn't it? It's a closed qualifier, so it's open for new things to be found, but still, you can understand why it might not be the best choice, because sure, they can buy comfortably in this next round, but it's a full reinvestment for 3 of them. So yeah, it's rough.
And they got nothing out of it as well, right? We do have a pause here, probably Ray Atom just talking about how they want to approach this next round. But mate, you know, Advent has to make some sort of adjustment at that B bomb site. I don't understand why they're so set on trying to rotate Mosier out of there as well. It's not like the A bomb site is struggling and they need to pad up the defense on that side of the map.
Good point.
You know, it's not like they've got a deep banana control, so they've got that intel to play with. Just feels like they're trying to be too proactive and too preemptive and too cute with their rotations. And especially when Advent is struggling as much as he is right now, I just don't think that this is worth it.
Yeah, I agree. Can production just tell me again which coach is timed out? Remind me of that, please. Because we had a coach timeout, apparently. So I just didn't know
I see
which team it
Cammy
was.
is the coach of Rare Atom.
He's in the server.
Yeah, he's in Formal's.
There we go.
Formal's coach timed out. Back and forth.
There we go. I was going to say,
And
why did he join
everything's
Rare
good.
Atom's side? But yeah, he's figured it out. Back in the coach slot.
He's
Hopefully we
he's
get
one
him
of
back
those
in the
guys
way.
who just like jumps to whoever's winning, Trav. It's like, which football team do you support? It's like, well, who's at the top of the log, mate? Formal gets the lead. He jumps ship. Easy as.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but it's a good joke. Listen, I support my team and my favourite like Formula 1 drivers and everything, whether they suck or whether they're winning. So, gotta stay
That's
loyal.
good, Trav. Yes, that's important.
Staying loyal in life is important. Don't overlook that importance. I can speak.
I mean, like if you're not a loyal human, it's like, what do you really stand for then? You know, like.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
Anyway, we're not going to get too philosophical here. You know, we're talking about the meaning of life and everything with these new James Webb telescope photos that were released. You know, where did it all come from? Where was the creation? What does it all mean? What does life mean? It doesn't mean anything. That's the truth. Enjoy it. Make the most of it. Life is short. Trav, look at this goldfish. He doesn't know the meaning of life either. It's not a goldfish, but it is a fish. Anyway, it's 12-11, and there is an investment that's coming through here from Rare Atom.
Indeed,
So let's
and
see
it could be a
if
critical
they can
one
level up the scoreline. Yes.
because that money's not good. Everyone can see that. Same goes for both teams. We're at sort of the knife edge point of there being some pretty significant swing rounds coming in now. 12-11. Formal looking to try and push this to a third, which would be a pretty insane result for them. Of course, the decider is Mirage, unfortunately, a map which they've also lost against Rare Atom recently, but if they can win this one, then why not? It looks like Advent's searching for some of the utility in CT
He didn't
Spawn
find
there.
it.
But he only has a flash to work with, so don't know what he's lost.
Yeah, probably looking for some sort of a smoke grenade there, and it looks like he's setting up the flash here for Mosier to peek off of. Mercury Also just coming across right now, pretty undecided from the side of Rare Atom by the looks of things. Mosier, he wants to make a play, coming through the smoke. Oh my god, Brent's actually looked like he made the read. Standing back to back right now. Does Mosier check his corner is the big question.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, this could actually work out for Mosier. No, Brent
Unlucky.
turns 180 degrees, gets the kill, and with that, the B bomb site is completely compromised. This is the force fire as well, by the way. Advent barely even does a lick of damage. And it's going to be Formel who get another round on the board.
Unfortunately for Advent, that seems to be his, how can I say it, his default choice whenever he's put into that scenario of just jumping through the smoke and trying to make something happen. Which I can understand why, but it's not really giving him much success so far in this game. And Veratum realise that they've been saving him pit a lot, they've been hunted a lot, so they're going to push through as a duo with Jamyoung and Kaze. Formel hunting hard again. You saw as soon as they got the plant in the 5v2, they were off. Straight through CT spawn, looking for these two saving players. There's one. Stopped by Tricky. That's all Kaze, and he's very stuck indeed. There's a scope, there's a leg shot, and he gets taken down by Pulse. Nothing for Rare Atom into the next round. Formal looking good.
Looking great. Looking like they're actually on course to rob Rare Atom of their map pick and take us to a decider. And this is the Trav, that means that if, this does go to Mirage, there's going to be some serious pressure on the Chinese squad. This is the game they need to win. They were expected to win, especially after the results on Overpass. They probably came into Inferno thinking they had the job done already. But there is still a lot left unwritten here in the story.
Yeah. The story of Formal will go on a little further. We've seen the other mixed team as well do decent work against K23 in the other match in the lower bracket. So these guys are still alive. Round 25, and Jamyoung's still not died. Double digits. 9 on the board. 30 bomb now, officially, for him. We could even make it more. We saw him do ridiculous stuff with the P250. Can he do anything with the D? As a shoulder spotting mid. Spots his AWPer. His counterpart AWPer of Tricky. They are walking into a little bit of a three-man stack, Formal, but it's a pretty normal setup, so you'd expect them to get through it pretty comfortably if they do commit toward A.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Rare Atom have been able to inflict any shenanigans, towards the top of mid. Formal still have all 5 players alive. They've got the utility as well. It's a solid execute coming through right now. It's just about connecting the dots at this point. Kaze going to connect with the headshot. That's also going to be taking speed off of his teammates on the bomb side. Kills need to come through for Formal at this point. Advent does fall. They're going to try and rotate back. Wait, what the hell? Mercury with the USP. He's chasing Tricky down. That should cost him his life, though, as he does round the corner. Jamyoung with the Dead Eagle. Lands a fantastic shot. Goes back for more, but he will fall too. And now it's only Kaze left remaining. Know that he was towards A. He's going to be able to get one, but should get traded out by Crowny. Oh no, Crowny's run out of ammo. It's down to the 1v1. At least Tricky's got the bomb, but he's going to have to do some work to win this round. Sure, Kaze only has 3 points of health. He's been able to get 3 frags. Can he find the final of the sequence to win another eco for Rare Atom? Just phase the smoke. Tricky's watching for it, and thank God he will be able to get the kill.
Oh my goodness, I was going to say if he doesn't pull out the pistol then he's a madman, but eventually, as you're saying, he gets the 1 bullet required. Jamyoung, another nice deagle shot. Kaze almost making it happen as Crowny ran out of ammo. Top mid, absolute brawl that Kaze almost came out on top of. Ultimately, wasn't the case. 14-11, Veratum have their bye coming in. How much longer?
Yeah, they do. And it's do or die, Trev. It's absolutely do or die here for Rare Atom going into this next round. Lose this 15-11 with no money in the bank. That's Mirage on the cards. And at least they've got enough cash to subsidize a full buy coming into this round. Does sound like we've just got a timeout or two. So hopefully not going to be too long before we get all the players back in the server.
I believe.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm sure that's just going to be a moment before we are able to get underway once again. But
does it make Formel think? Do you think?
What do you mean?
Does it make them overthink them being 14-11 up?
I don't think so. I think they're looking really good right now. I think that they're looking composed and comfortable. I don't think they mind this break. In fact, if anything, it's just going to be frustrating Rare Atom more because they can't focus on the game at hand. they've got these exterior issues which are going to be drawing their attention. Does look like everything is getting back underway as their players start to purchase up again. But do or die for Rare Atom, as I say, Trav, they need to come to life on the CT side. They've only been able to win, 3 rounds? 4 rounds? Okay, maybe 4 rounds so far. But considering how good they've been on Inferno in the past, this is not a great look.
Yeah, I think it's 3. I think you're absolutely right. And on your first attempt, you should have stuck with your guns because it was 8-7 Formel.
Are you sure?
Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. That means Rare Atom have won 4.
I can count. Okay. I see what you mean. Okay,
South African education system over the UK.
I was looking
at
it, and I was like, "That's 4." But no, you said it was 3, and you were right. You are right. No, you're not right. It was 4. And I just double guessed myself. All good. No worries. Listen, I'm still a bit sick. All right. Cut me some slack.
Yeah. Fair enough. I won't hop on about it.
Oh boy. Anyway,
Okay.
we need to cut Formel some slack because we've been quite critical of the mixed teams that have qualified for this event so far. But I've got to say, they've been very, very good on Inferno, especially considering it was 16-5 Rare Atom last time out in the open qualifier. Great stuff in this map from Tricky, and again, Mosey is going to get caught off. That Molotov wasn't deep enough.
Lazy.
As you so rightly say, Crownie catching the laziness of Mosey there. And that's a 5v4. So close to map points now.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be transitioning back towards the B bomb site here as well. There are still 2 players in position. Kaze and Advent are in the vicinity, but they don't actually have control of the site. You've got Advent who's playing from CT, and he's favored this position so much throughout the half. And, one smoke forces him back. Smoke of his own, and he does cross onto the side. Kaze patiently waiting, and his patience is paid off. Able to take Pulse down, and now he reshifts his focus in towards the B bomb site. Advent's gone undetected for the time being, and he pounces 2 great kills. That's exactly what they needed out of the veteran to stay alive, buy more and more time of which there is none here for Formel to work with. Tricky gets a kill, but he will be dispatched off. 14-12. Rare Atom live to see another day.
Look at the difference that's just made with how Advent played that. He had Kaze to support instead, right? Mosier was out of the round. He wasn't there to help him on B. Kaze rotated over, had the line toward the CT flank, takes the frag, and look at Advent. Doesn't have to go aggressive, plays the time toward New Box, I will call it New Box now, toward the back, and he gets 2 kills, just like that. And the amount of time he wastes before Kaze finishes it off is ridiculous. He faked it out at least 5 times.
Yes.
And that's just perfectly played.
I mean, we haven't really seen him play much from the depths of the site itself. It's always been from like CT or even just in front of the bomb site, and he's actually using the site to his advantage. Tricky. Almost takes maximum damage from that HE grenade considering he has armor. Rare Atom are going to be able to secure banana control, not even a deep smoke coming through, so at least that's information for them.
Yeah, a bit of damage onto Tricky early on as well. Doesn't really matter, of course, as he's on the AWP. No worries. Utility's still at a good level as well. Only on 2 separate players, though. They haven't shared it out. So that could be a scenario where they'd want to... As you go, they are splitting it right now. That's funny enough. I'll just say it. Drop it over to Crownie instead. He'll deploy some of it to send Tricky up toward top banana. Mosier is now on the secondary AWP instead.
Ooh.
Don't see that much from him on this map. Trying to change it up, and it's changed it up beautifully. Getting the AWP instead could be the factor in getting Rare Atom back into this map. 5v4 as we go toward A.
They need this so badly, and it is, as you say, pressure going to be knocking on the bombs like great volley in towards Graveyard. Jamyang only going to be good for 1. Mercury's lost his life as well. Kaze is smoked off. This is a 3 versus 3, and there's 2 AWPs in play for Rare Atom to try and make this retake happen. Kaze takes further damage through the smoke. I don't even know if they want to go for this one. Trav, lose this round. There's no money in the bank. They're pulling the plug. They're calling it a day. They're heading for the hills. 15-12. Formel have done it. They've been able to get themselves to map point. What a sick performance on this T side so far from the mixed squad. They have shown some serious fire, and this is a frustrating round for Rare Atom to lose. You consider the fact that Mosier gets that kill in towards Banana, gets the man advantage, but then they just crumble on the A site defense.
Yeah. It's going to be 15-12. They're going to have multiple opportunities at closing this one out and sending us to a decider. We've seen Rare Atom easily string 3 in a row, especially on CT. This is not over by any means as of yet. Save is important too. Gets them a buy. Advent MP9 again. Gets full util with it though, of course. So important with on Inferno.
Well, 3 consecutive rounds need to be won here by Rare Atom in order to take this into overtime. 3 opportunities for Formal to close it out in regulation and take us to a decider, which is exactly what we want in this lower bracket game, Trav.
Yeah. Oh, this is big. Get through to a decider. That might give Formal the confidence, the momentum, the hope, the belief that they can actually take down a team at this level as a mixed team.
Tricky sees that bullet come through the half wall, even looks to see where the impact was behind him. How close was that, he asks. Very is the answer. And they're going to try and finish it off towards the B bomb site. Do they go through the fence? He's going to have his torn off. Oh my god, Brownie. Not only does he get the second, well, single-handedly just open and get... We are going to be decider saved in pretty much every single retake situation. Same here, but it doesn't matter.
Hayes' internet is struggling to cope.
See where the impact was behind him. How close was that, he asks. Very is the answer. And they're going to try and finish it off towards the B bomb site. Do they go through the fence? He's going to have his torn off. Oh my god, Brownie. Not only does he get the second, well, single-handedly just open and get... We are going to be decider saved in pretty much every single retake situation. Same here, but it doesn't matter.
Hayes' internet is struggling to cope with the stunning comeback of Formal, I think. Oh my goodness. We could be on the edge of a decider. Kaze, Mercury and Jamio looking to try and rotate in to make this a possibility, but Pulse just keeps on swinging. Kaze gets one and actually makes it a second. Formal getting a little bit nervous as they approach the finish line here, but there's no time on the bomb whatsoever. There's going to be nothing that Mercury can do. Big miss from Brenz, but still no time. He makes up for it, and just like that, it's 16-12 for Formal. The mixed team have made it in and through to a decider. Hayes, you're still alive. Thank God.
Yeah, I am alive and I'm here, Trav. All's well, mates. Don't you worry, don't you fret. I can't believe it, man. What a sick performance coming through from Formal.